Now I am taking financial accounting of first year BCom. So under that the chapter is rectification of error. We already completed the theoretical aspect of rectification of error. Now we can see the practical aspect of rectification of error. See here, rectification of error completely uses the journal entries. We have to pass the rectification entry, journal entries. Before rectifying any entry or any accounting aspect, first we should know about the correct journal entry. If we know about the correct journal entry, then only we can rectify the entries. So rectification of error ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಆಗುವಂಥ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದು. ಸೊ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ and some tricks regarding the rectification of error. How we can rectify the error by using the easy method, my own method, not referring any textbook or anything. By my own method, I will tell you some tricks how to rectify the errors and how to pass the rectification entries. So under rectification of error, first we have to see the rules regarding the journal entries. So first we have to see regarding debit and credit. So journal entry requires debit side and credit side. So the first rules regarding debit and credit is, we already know it in first year QC itself. First one is personal account. The rules for the personal account is debit the receiver and credit the giver. Credit the giver. So debit the receiver, credit the giver. In case of personal account, debit the receiver, credit the giver. Personal account means if any account is related to a person or a company. For example, A's account, Suresh account, Satish account, Shailaja's account, or any person's name is there in any account or any company's account. For example, Infosys, Z company, or any company, if the company's name is there or individual person name is there, then we have to adopt the rules relating to the personal account. So the rules for the personal account is debit the receiver. If any person receive the benefit of any transaction, then his account should be debited. And other cases, if any benefit is given by any party or any company to our business, then his account should be credited. So he is the giver of that benefit to our business. So debit, if any person receive the benefit, then the receiver of the benefits account should be debited. And if he is given any benefit to us, then his account should be credited. So this is the rules relating to the personal account. Then second important account is real account. It is also called as asset account. Real account or asset account, as it implements asset means we have to take into consideration this aspect while passing the entries relating to the assets of the company. ಇದನ್ನ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಯಾವ್ದಾಗ ಅಸೆಟ್ಗಳು ಇರ್ತದ ಆಗ ಈ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then what is the rules for this real account? Debit what comes in, debit what comes in, and credit what goes out. Credit what goes out. So the rules for the real account or asset account is debit what comes in. For example, furniture is an asset. If the furniture comes into our business, then furniture account should be debited. So ಯಾವುದಾದರೂ asset business ನೊಳಗೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. And if any assets goes out from the business, it should be credited. For example, one machinery is there and you sold that machinery to the outsider. When the machinery goes out of the business, then it should be credited. So if the asset comes into the business, we have to debit it. If the asset goes out of the business, then it should be credited. Once again, for example, cash is an asset. If the cash comes into the business, cash account should be debited. If the cash goes out of the business, then cash should be credited. So it is real account. The rules is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. ಸೊ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬಂದರೆ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಅದೇ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಹೋದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಈ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಕ್ಯಾಶಿಗೆ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಈ ರೂಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. Next account is nominal account. So the rules for the nominal account is debit all expenses and losses and credit all gains, all income and gains. Credit all income and gains. So for the nominal account, it includes only expenses, income, losses and gains. So the rule is all expenses. For example, if you pay the salary, rent or traveling expenses, electricity. So any expenses is there, then that expenses account should be debited. For example, salary, if you are paying the salary, then salary account should be debited. If you are paying the rent, rent account should be debited. So all expenses should be debited, and any loss. For example, if there is any losses relating to the loss of stock by fire or anything, any loss, then the loss should be debited. That particular loss relating to the business should be debited. So any expenses as well as any loss relating to the business transaction or the business should be debited. So then what should be credited? If any income is received by the company, for example, if you are invested any amount in the stock or investment or in fixed deposit, and if you are receiving the interest or if you are receiving the dividends from the securities, then that income should be credited. So any income should be credited, or any gain, any benefit you are received from outsider to the business, then that particular gain should also be credited. So once again, in case of nominal account, debit all expenses and losses and credit all gains and income. All income and gains. So this is the basic things while we are passing the journal entry. So journal entry pass ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಲೇಬೇಕು. Next, when you are passing the rectification of entries, then we should know some important aspects. See, before rectifying any entry, we should know the basic things which should be debited, which should be credited. ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಲ್ಲ, ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮೊದಲು ಯಾವುದು ಸರಿ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಹೇಗಿದ್ರೆ ಸರಿ, ಹೇಗಿದ್ರೆ ರಾಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಸಣ್ಣ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ನಂದು ಓನು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲದಿದ್ದರೆ ಈ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಲೀವಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ದ ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಯನ್ನು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ಸಮ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ we can easily rectify the journal entries. We can rectify the entries. So the tricks is like this. You should know always what is debit side, what is credit side. So what entries will be come out in the debit side are always debit, and or what entries, what account should be always credit. For example, purchases is always debit. See, always you just check the trial balance. It will give you the full information about the debit and credit. You are studying all the things, but you are leaving the basic things. ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕಲಿತೇವೆ ನಾವು. ಈ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ನ ರೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು, ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ, ಪರ್ಸನಲ್, ರಿಯಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ನಾಮಿನಲ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅದನ್ನು ಬಿಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು, ಈ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಒಟ್ಟರಾಶಿ ಒಂದು ಕಲಿಯೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕಲಿತೇವೆ. ಬಟ್ ಹಾಗೆಲ್ಲ, the all things are in trial balance and that particular rules of debit and credit. So for your kind information, in case of rectification of error, the debit side items are purchases, sales returns, then expenses and losses. Then drawings is always comes in debit side. Drawings. Remember always assets shows debit balance. Assets is this, debit. Then if anything received, that is cash received means cash account should be debited. Then asset means here always in rectification of error, one asset comes always bills receivable. Another one is debtors. So ಇದೆರಡಂಟಿಗೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸ್ತದೆ. There is a bills receivable, there is debtors. So always bills receivable should be debited. Then debtors should be debited. Debtors should be debited. Then another item is important is bad debt. So remember this. This much should be always debited in a journal entry. If purchases means debit, sales returns debit, then expenses debit, drawings debit, asset debit, cash received. The word cash received means always debit. Bad debts is an expenses. Once again it is debit. Then take its opposite word in accounting. Then it will be credit side. For example, purchases means opposite is sales. So sales is credit. Sales returns means here it is purchases returns is always credit. Then expenses means here income is credit. Then drawings means opposite word in accounts is capital. Remember always capital shows credit balance, drawing shows debit balance. Then asset debit means liability shows always credit balance. Then cash received means debit, but cash paid or payment means always credit. That means cash goes out. Cash is nothing but asset. So when it is goes out means it credit. Once if it is received comes in means it is debit. Then here bad debts given. So bad debts means debit. If it is given bad debts recovered, it is nothing but a gain for the business, then it should be credit. You should know this correctly. So once again, debit side always debit, purchases, sales returns, expenses, drawings, asset, cash received and bad debts. Then credit side, sales, purchases, returns, income, capital, liability and cash paid, and last one is bad debts recovered. ಇಷ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಬೈ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಇಟ್ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸೊ ಇದು ಸೈಡ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಎಂಟ್ರಿಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಬರುವಂತದ್ದು ಇನ್ ಕೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಕ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಆಫ್ ಎರರ್. ಸೊ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ overvalued and undervalued or overcost or undercost. So you already know about the side, always debit and always credit. Then if anything is given undercost or short or valued less, so if it is undercost, it is short means nothing but undercost. We are using the word undercost in rectification of error. ಸೊ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಇಷ್ಟು ಲೆಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಎಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, ಅಂದರೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಇಫ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ದೆನ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಡ್. ಸೊ ಇದೊಂದು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಡೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇಫ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್, ಯು ನೋ ಇಟ್. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್, ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. So under cost means same side means once again purchases account should be debited. Understood? So for example it is given purchases account under cost by ₹1000 means we have to debit purchases account. That means if anything is under cost or purchase account is short by or purchases account is less, if it is or undervalued, anything if it is short or less, then we are using the word undercost. If any account is undercost means same side. For example, if it is given sales is undercost, we know it. Sales is always credit. So undercost means sales side. That means we have to credit the sales account. We have to credit the sales account. ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ನ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರಬೇಕು, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲರೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಿದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಸೇಮ್ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಡೆಬಿಟ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್? ಸೇಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ if it is given over cost, same like this, if it is given over cost or excess or more, same word. If it is given purchase account is over cost or purchase account shows excess or purchase account is more, then it is opposite side. If it is over cost means we have to take opposite side. For example, if it is given purchase account is over cost by 1000 means purchase account is always debit. Over cost means opposite side. Opposite side means we have to credit the purchases account. We have to credit the purchases account. For example, if it is given interest or discount received over cost. So discount received is an income. So income means it is credit. If it is over cost means opposite side. We have to debit the discount account. So if any income is there, then we have to, if income is over cost, then we have to debit it. So side should be opposite. For example, if it is given sales return book is over cost. So as per our rules given in the list, debit side sales returns. If it is over cost means take it opposite side, that is sales account. Now it should be, when you are rectifying the entry, the sales returns account should be credited. So it should be opposite side. Once again, under cost means same side, over cost means opposite side. So this is the important thing. Then last one is, another trick is, if it is given same one person's name is given or one account is given, side is opposite. For example, actually purchase account should be debited. If it is given the purchase account is wrongly credited, that means side is fully opposite. If the side is fully opposite, then we have to double the amount, whatever may be the account. If it is maybe personal account, asset account or any account or nominal account, if the side of a particular account is wrong side, for example, if it is debit side, it is entered in the credit side. For example, if it is credit side and we are entered it in the debit side, then that particular side or the account should be doubled. Amount is doubled. For example, if it is given purchase account is wrongly credited by 1000. Purchase account is wrongly credited by 1000 means actually purchase account should be debited. Side is opposite. Then you should know the correct side. So purchase account should be debited, then the amount should be doubled. That means instead of 1000 we have to write 2000. So side, correct side, but the amount should be doubled. For example, if the bills receivable account is actually debited, by mistake it is credited means we have to debit the bills receivable account, and the amount, if it is given 5000, we have to double the amount, that is 10,000. So don't worry about this one. When we are solving the problem, we are clearly know about this one. But basic you should know something. Then it is very easy to rectify the error. With this basic, we can end this class. Thank you.